Oh man, so many of my students think they're attractive when they show up on our boot camps, but they have specific things about them that women just find flat out ugly. And if even just one of these applies to you, it can make a huge impact on your dating life and the way women respond to you. Now, of course, what's most important is your confidence and belief in yourself. How you present yourself will help you attract that highest quality 1% of beautiful women. Because the truth is, and most dating coaches don't talk about this, is that women make a snap judgment about you right when they see you. I'm talking about within like a millisecond. Whether you approach her in person or she sees your online profile. So, do you want her to be instantly intrigued and turned on or turned off? That's a tough question. So stop turning her off and shooting yourself in the foot with these 5 mistakes. Número 5. You're rocking the wild brow. Go look in the mirror right now and check out your eyebrows. Do you have a bunch of hair right here? Is it all wild, all over the place, and your eyebrow has no end to it? If that's the case, then you need to get some of these and tweeze. Unibrows are not attractive. And this especially goes for my Indian brothers out there. And I say brothers, I'm not Indian, but I've been many times for boot camps, and you guys treat me so kindly. I feel like a brother to you, and I can be straight up and say, if you're Indian, then these are gonna be your best friend. Now, you don't wanna go crazy and have these big arches. I've actually gotten my eyebrows done a few times professionally, and they went way overboard. I kinda had like transvestite eyes with this huge arch, and now I've been growing them out because it does look more masculine having thick, full brows. So you don't necessarily need to be tweezing all around here and creating this big arch. You just need to make sure you don't have a lot of hair right here, and make sure on the top of your eyebrows especially, they're not wild. Just take some little scissors and just trim the top. And it'll show women that you care about your appearance, and you'll just look more attractive. Now, it doesn't hurt to get them professionally done either. I like to get my eyebrows threaded maybe every other month, but just make sure to tell them you want to look masculine, or they might go overboard and give you some McDonald arches. Numero 4, you're rocking the Friar Tuck look. That means you have too much hair on the sides and the back, especially if your hair is thinning. It's not a good look because it's going to accentuate the thinning on the top, and it's going to make your head just look wider. And yes, I made this mistake myself. My hair's been thinning since I was about 18 years old, so I have definitely made this mistake in the past where I just had too much hair on the side, and it kind of makes you look like a clown a little bit. Clowns are not sexy. So if you're thinning on the top, the best thing that you can do is use a 3mm attachment to your electric razor and keep your sides short. Now, if you're unsure what kind of hairstyle you should get for your shape of head, don't just pick a style that you saw online or in a magazine, but pick a style that matches your head shape. And if you're not sure, go to an expensive barber at least once and get his opinion. And then once he hooks you up with an awesome do, all you gotta do is maintain it. You can go to a cheaper barber or just do it yourself. I usually just do it myself. All you need is one of these bad boys. And by the way, if your hair is thinning on the top, I recommend this product right here. Topic. Just a few sprays of these hair building fibers will camouflage your scalp and make your hair look a lot thicker. You can use it on the front, you can use it on the back, and I'll put an Amazon link to this down in the description. Also, I made a whole video on what to do if your hair is thinning. That gives you my opinion because I've tried pretty much everything. From hair transplants to micropigmentation to pills and sprays, you name it, I've probably tried it. So I'll put a link to that video down in the description. Definitely check it out if you're going bald. By the way, before we keep going, click that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. Leave me a comment down below, anything you want. I read all the comments, and follow me on Instagram. I would love to hear from you. And number 3, you're rocking a neck beard. Most guys get this wrong, including myself. Look, you're not supposed to have a bunch of hair all over your neck. That looks sloppy unless you're actually growing out a full beard, then nobody's gonna see it. But the other mistake that I made for a long time is shaving all the way to your jawline. I figured, hey, I want a nice, sexy jawline. And from the front, probably doesn't look so bad. But from the side, if you shave your neck all the way up to your jawline, it's gonna look ugly. And I had no idea until I started reading YouTube comments that said things like, hey man, you gotta let your beard grow out a little bit more. And I thought, nah, that's probably not true, but I'll Google it anyway. And I checked out some beard experts, and they said, yep, you're supposed to let your beard grow all the way down under your chin and under your jawline to where your neck actually starts, which is right here. You see how my beard line ends right here. All this under here is the area underneath my jaw. So if you're like me, really all you need to do is shave just this little bit under here and let the rest grow out to either a full-fledged beard or experiment with different lengths of stubble. And that really depends on your preference. Typically, the more thick your beard is, the more masculine you'll look. Numero dos. Rocking the old dad style. And you need to stop doing that immediately.
Are you the billionaire owner of Apple Computers?
No.
Well, in that case, you got no right to wear New Balance sneakers ever.
Look, I love this shirt. It's nice and loose and comfortable. It's got a cool slogan, but I would never wear it on a date because it's actually a large, and the V-neck I was wearing a second ago is a small. It's 2 sizes too big. Look, man, style is the closest thing to a magic pill for making you more attractive to the opposite sex. And what I mean by that is if you have bad or even average style and we change up your look, you can go from a 5 or 6 to an 8 or 9 just like that. And I always see guys on our boot camps wearing shirts and pants that are about 1, 2, sometimes even 3 sizes too big. And not only does it make them look a lot older, but it also makes them look flat out sloppy. And no woman is gonna go, damn, look at that guy. Instead, you're gonna kind of look like a pedophile. In fact, at our last boot camp in Las Vegas, we had a guy wearing a full suit. Now, normally, that's not a bad thing. If it's a well-tailored, badass, like Tom Ford looking suit, it doesn't necessarily have to be $5,000. I have suits that are less than $100 that look pretty badass. But it was like 2 sizes too big and it just kind of hung off him. And when he approached women, it would just creep them out. I remember another time that I met this guy wearing a suit that was like 3 or 4 times too big on him. And he just kind of looked like a clown. And he was a business coach. Who the heck would take him seriously? I mean, how could you want to get business advice from a guy who doesn't even know how to wear a business suit? Even if you're not wearing a suit, but you're wearing t-shirts, button-up shirts, pants that are too big on you, it's gonna make you look like a fool. Look, even when my dad met his current wife, she almost didn't go on a second date with him because she said his clothes didn't fit him properly. Because like I said, women make judgments about how you look. Yeah, you might feel more comfortable in a baggy suit or pants, but imagine you meet the woman of your dreams and she decides, nah, I don't wanna go on a date with him because you look sloppy. And it's such an easy fix. And number 1, and I say this because it's the most common nowadays, is you're rocking the hunchback look. It might not be that bad, but chances are, statistically speaking, you normally stand like this instead of like this. It's a subtle thing, but just that inch or 2 difference makes a huge difference. This just flat out looks unconfident. If you want to look more confident, more masculine, like you are the freaking boss, then you need to stand, you need to walk, and you need to even sit like you're the boss, which means your back needs to be straight. In fact, if you're sitting, stand up right now, go find the nearest wall, put your butt, your shoulder blades, and your head touching the wall, and then take a step forward. This is how your back should always be positioned. That means don't look down like this. Instead, you gotta have your phone up at eye level, which I know looks a little strange. Looks like I'm taking videos of everybody. But who cares if everybody thinks you're creeping on them? Better to have perfect posture. Now, in another video, I actually give you an exercise that will help improve your posture. And I go through a bunch of other habits, things that you do on a daily basis that are making you look ugly. So make sure to check out that video. I'll link to it down below. Now look, man, if you fix these 5 things that I see on our live workshops all the time, these mistakes that most guys are making, you trim your brows properly, you shorten the size of your hair so you're not rocking that Friar Tuck look, you shave your neck beard but you make sure you don't go too high, don't go all the way to your jawline, you make sure your clothes are fitting you so you don't rock that old dad style, and you straighten your back, then chances are you're gonna make a much better first impression. But you might be doing other things that I didn't mention in this video that are making you look ugly, and you might need some honest feedback from someone like me or someone on my team, where we can take a look at some of your pictures or even video chat with you in real time and assess your look and your style and give you some feedback and fix the things that you're doing that are pushing women away, so that when you walk up and approach a beautiful woman or a woman sees you on Tinder, she's gonna want to swipe right. So if you want to join our mentorship program, then click the link down below where we'll hop on a call, we'll assess your situation, where you are now, what your goals are, and if it's a good fit, then we can get started right away and give you the feedback that you need Trust me, man, the feedback from an expert can make a huge difference, not only in your dating life, but just how people in general perceive you and help you feel just a lot more confident in yourself. And speaking of confidence, I want to give you a free copy of my confidence cheat sheet. That'll give you 18 specific ways that are backed by science. These are daily habits, simple things you can do on a regular basis to boost your confidence and help you overcome fear, not only when it comes to approaching beautiful women, but really any aspect of your life. So get it, man, because who doesn't want to be more confident? And it's absolutely free. If you like this video, make sure to give me one of these. Follow me on Instagram. I'm dropping tons of value every single day on my Instagram, and I reply to all of my messages, so follow me. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed, and click that bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing, and make sure to check out the next video where I dive deeper into specific habits that you probably do on a daily basis that are making you look unattractive. My name is Matt Artisan from The Attractive Man, and I'll see you in the next video.